All right, so we're going to dive right in. I know many people will end up watching the recording of this. So welcome to the Race for Fitness team call for August 3rd. And if you guys haven't had a chance to watch our Team Cup call that we did last night, it's posted in the group. Make sure you watch it. It is awesome, giving you amazing ideas about the clean eating group and how to get started. Hey, Miss Shelly. Oh, good to see you, girlfriend. How are you doing? So good to see you. Oh, I can't hear you, but I can see you. So
hey.
So good to see you on here. So I was saying I posted the Team Cup call that we did last night in our group to really help you guys brainstorm for this month and make a huge commitment to yourself. Also, the book that we're reading, and I'm already almost done with the first chapter. So I downloaded it yesterday for free, and I'm really excited about it. Just giving us ways to be able to implement. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be a collector of knowledge. I want to, and he talks about it, was interesting on the book today. He talks about how knowledge is not power, but when you implement the knowledge, that's when the power comes into effect. So I love how he shared that. Hi, Miss Cynthia. I'm jumping in like super quick. Gonna try to make this a 30-minute call. And I took some awesome notes from the National Wake Up Call this week. But what I wanted to do on our team call today is I wanted to dig in deeper because they can't really go like crazy in depth in them. And I can't wait to have an office. Some days I'm not standing in my kitchen. It's either this or be on the couch. I don't have, we gave away all of our furniture, so we don't have a whole lot. So I'm just like here in my kitchen. Let me turn some lights on. Here we go. Why is it so dark? Okay, so happy Thursday, guys. So again, if you're jumping on, make sure and watch the call last night from the Team Cup so that way you can have an amazing month and make sure that you help 3 to 5 people, make it non-negotiable, everybody committed. All those people that saw my live video in the team page yesterday, I am going to put all of those people in a private message and we are going to help push each other. Okay, we're going to hold each other accountable, share ideas. Like today in my Team Cup group that I have, I shared all my invites, like what they looked like. So like when somebody wants to know what a challenge group is, I was like, guys, I sent this off to everybody. And I actually sent it off to this morning 15 people. And my goal today is to send it to 40 more people. So so once you guys set the same goal, I want us to share the same type of things. So I'm going to pull my notes up from the National Wake Up Call. I listen to the podcast in the afternoons, and I never miss them. They may not always be on, I'll be honest, on the day that they come out. It might be on Tuesday. But I'm going to listen to it, and as I do it, I'm going to take notes because I'm not going to remember, okay? So, and I'm so glad I did because then I can come to you guys and kind of say, hey, let's talk deeper about this. So if you are a seasoned coach on our team, you already kind of know a lot of this, but I think it is a great revisit as I'm actually going to do it with you guys as well. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. So she talked about, I'm going to read all my notes and we're going to touch bases on quite a few of them today. And I want you guys to do the homework from today's call that I'm going to ask you to do because I'm going to do it too. And it's only going to help you in your business when you're like, what am I supposed to talk about every day? Like, what am I supposed to talk about? Like, I don't understand, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So, so let's see. So first question I wrote down is, who are you reaching? So at this point, you should know who you're reaching. You should know who your brand is. You should know who you're speaking to. You cannot speak to the world. I remember when I was a new coach, I was like, I just want to make everybody happy. Well, guess what? You can't. So you need to like not try to make everybody happy. But know your brand, speak to who your person is, and that is who you're speaking to. So maybe it's you. Maybe that person you're speaking to every single day is you. Maybe it's somebody just like you. I know for me, I didn't have a person that I spoke to like in mind. Like sometimes they'll say visualize a friend or something like that. I was just speaking to the person that I didn't want to be or I was learning to overcome, okay? So that person for me is a mom. That person was a person that worked full-time. I worked literally 80 plus hours a week when I became a coach. So when people say they don't have time, I say, you know, it's a choice, right? I had a choice. I wanted it. I loved it. I lived it. I made time for it, okay? So use your story and pieces of your story. So the one thing that I did as a brand new coach, you guys, that was probably seriously annoying is I would tell my story, but I would just like throw it up on social media. Instead, break it down into pieces. And that's what I'm going to help you guys do today. Okay. So finding your story, if you're telling your story, you don't have to be creative. Here's the one thing I want you guys to think about. If you're staying true to who you are, the creativity comes because you're just living it in the moment. Like today, I posted a workout move of the day on Race for Fitness. Oh my gosh. And it was Rhonda just living her day. So this video that I posted was not at all what I planned on posting. But in the moment of my life of filming a fitness video in the backyard, my daughter like took over. And she's like, well, I'm just gonna do this. And I know you're gonna completely like zero out my voice. So I'm just gonna pretend. I'm like, okay. So I do this video and she took over the whole thing. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna post that. She was amazing. Like I went back and I literally belly laughed. I don't have to be creative because I'm living my life in the moment. That's what happened in the moment. I'm not gonna put music over it because it was hilarious, right? So don't be creative, just share what is going on in your life. The creativity doesn't, you ever sit there and you're like, oh my God, what do I post? What do I post? What are you doing right now? What are you struggling with right now? What are you reading? What's your workout like? What is your day like? It's like, I love the one where I posted like 20 loads of laundry and I'm like, what's your day look like? You know what I mean? Share your life. People don't want to know the not you. They want to know who you are. Share your thoughts behind your workout. So I think, Cynthia, you do a phenomenal job about this, sharing your thoughts behind your workout. So she shared on the National Wake Up Call, share your thoughts behind the workout. Like if it was a great one, if it sucked, you're like, be like, oh, it sucked, but I'm glad it's done. Whatever, like whoever you are, share your thoughts behind it. Don't be like, okay, today I did this and that. People don't want to know that. They don't want to know what the move was. They don't even know what that means. They don't know what the 21-day fix is. They don't know what Shift Shop is. Why are you saying Shift Shop? Say your program. Say your program. I never say Shift Shop anymore. I never do. I never say, I'll share them in the Do Body Bees, like maybe once or twice, but other than that, it's going to be my program. My program. If you guys saw that video I posted from Summit from Chalene Johnson, you already know that. So I start throwing all that other stuff in there, you guys. People are just going to be like, what is that? Not everybody knows what PIO is. Not everybody knows what Shift Shop is. They think it's a foreign language, right? So use your program and share your thoughts behind your workout. So these were just some of the blurbs that I really, really resonated with me and I thought would with you guys as well. So share your thoughts on it. Okay, I'm almost to the point that I want to get to. And then I want you guys to open your phone lines and ask questions. Brainstorm your story before Beachbody. Okay, I already did that today. So what happens in this business, you guys, it gets easier. Because all these things I've written down, I can share my notes in the page today. What happens is this becomes second nature to you, but you're learning right now, right? So when she shared this on the National Wake Up Call, brainstorm your story before Beachbody, I was like, that's what my goal every single day. People cannot relate to the fact that, let's just use, and you don't have to have an income opportunity or, all these things that you see top coaches share. That's irrelevant. But what people can't relate with you is the confidence they're seeing on your posts, right? The sweaty selfies you're posting, they're like, I can't do that. The fact that you're getting out of bed doing a workout, the fact that you meal prepped. People on social media look at that and go, wow, I wish I could just have this much of that, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to brainstorm your story before Beachbody, okay? And this is where I'm gonna spend a lot of the time today. So great tools when you're stuck in knowing what to post on social media, okay? Let's see, a couple other things. I'm gonna just read my notes, but I wanna spend most of the time on that because that is what I spend 90% of my posts on, is what I just shared. All roads can be related back to Beachbody, every single one. Every single one, but you don't say Beachbody this, Beachbody that, but every road can be led, and I'm gonna give examples today, and that's my goal, is to break down the National Wake Up Call so you can kind of go, okay, she said this, but how do I do that, okay? Talk about when I couldn't, okay, I'm not gonna share that yet, okay? Brand new coaches, now not having a lot to talk about, but you can talk about how you're feeling, how you're feeling, how the challenge groups are motivating you, inspiring you. So as a brand new coach, I can tell you this. We've got Allison, just because she's shared very heavily in the groups, and she's very involved as a brand new coach on our team. I think she signed less than a week ago. And she's already said that her confidence is different, her motivation is different, and that she's just more inspired. She's a brand new coach. She doesn't have a transformation yet. She doesn't have a financial story, but here she can share that, wow, my life has already been impacted and changed. In fact, to the point where one of the coaches that joined our team, you guys, she had a welcome, and I know all the brand new coaches can relate to this. They got welcomed into the brand new coach page, and then I had one of them message me, and they're like, wow, that was like the biggest welcoming ever. I'm so pumped. And they haven't even done anything. We all have a story to share. It doesn't have to be abs, energy, results in the very beginning, okay? So I want to really talk about brainstorming your story before Beachbody, okay? I have so many that I wanted to share with you guys, as I know many of you guys struggle with this, but we're going to do a little bit of homework on this as well, and we're all going to share it in the group, and it's been a long time since we've done it, and I'm going to do it with you guys as well. So brainstorming your life before Beachbody. So today on my video that I shared on my Facebook page, I actually shared a little bit of that in the clip. So I kind of shared how silly it was, and my daughter was like making me pee my pants and laughing. And then let's see, let me go to this part. I just want to read it to you guys. See, I don't know where it's at, so I'm just going to read this to you. It says, but in all honesty, after she made me smile watching the playback, it brought me back to the moment when I first started this journey. I so wanted to be a good example, but had to learn to take care of myself, me first, before I could love them completely and wholeheartedly. So as she runs the show today, this goofy video makes my heart smile. One of my favorite moves, basically, okay, there you go. So I'm not gonna read anymore. Okay, so basically, even me just doing the move of the day today, as I'm out there doing the workout move, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, it's pretty cool that she's joining me on this. That would have not been something that I had a story of in the beginning as a brand new Beachbody coach. So just even as your kids or people are just inspired by you, or maybe like your husbands and everybody's like joining you and eating clean with you. There's so many stories you guys can share, maybe your energy, how you're feeling. So I want you guys to think about who you were and how you felt before Beachbody. And that's why I asked today in the team page for you guys to share how Beachbody has changed your life, because I wanted your brain to start thinking that, okay? So today I can share with you one of the posts that I will be doing in the next couple days, if not today, is I remember, and it honestly almost brings me to tears, and it's so hard to even talk about, but I remember when I signed as a brand new Beachbody coach, and I just moved to Texas, and we had no money at all, and my girls wanted brand new clothes, and dude, at that time, everybody wore Justice, right? Like they're really young and everybody wore Justice clothes. Well, I couldn't afford Justice clothes. So we went to a secondhand store, and I'm so blessed. They were super young, 3 and 5. They had no clue, and they thought it was so much fun. And we bought, shirts for $2 and $3. That's not the story. Maybe I'll share part of that. But the one thing that I remember is they both wanted brand new backpacks, and they both wanted brand new shoes, and I told them they had to wait. We didn't have the income for it. It was either have food on the table or buy you a backpack and brand new shoes for school. Now, how many of you guys have ever sent your kids to school without a brand new backpack or brand new shoes for school? Everybody has. I don't care who it is, y'all do. Everybody did. It was that moment of a tail between my legs. I felt like a horrible person. Here, I felt like I'd let my kids down. And then today, dropping my little girl off at school, and she's getting school pictures, and her whole outfit is from Justice, and her hair is done, and she's smiling, and she's gorgeous. I'm just like, that moment right there, I'm going to share. And maybe it's an outfit. Maybe it's the fact that you paid for your products. Maybe it's the way you hold your shoulders now. Maybe it's the way you can't wait to get up every single day and see what's going on in the challenge groups. You guys, there's so many ways that coaching has changed your life. So what I want each of you guys to do is I want each of you guys to make a list of 30. This is so getting off easy, by the way. 30 things of how Beachbody has changed your life. Write it down on a piece of paper, type it up, however you want that to have access. Maybe put it in your notebook. I want you to screenshot it and share it in the coach group, okay? And share your picture. So I have one. I don't know where I put it, and that really sucks. So I'm gonna redo it, and it's gonna be really great to reflect on. This is why you're gonna do this. When you don't know what to share on social media, how Beachbody has changed your life, you pull up that list of 30 things and you grab one of them and you talk about that for the day. And then all the rest is you skipping around, grocery shopping, picking your nose, I don't know, like anything on social, living your life, right? But every day I'm gonna talk a little bit about how my life has been changed, even from day one, right? Day one to now. Now I can tell you as a brand new coach, I had no experience. I didn't have the body or energy I wanted, but I can tell you that I couldn't wait to get out of bed every single day and see what everybody was doing. And it was so motivating to see that other people that had worse issues were crushing it, and I was complaining about getting out of bed. Like, I was like, really? So I can't talk about it. It's not anybody in my family under my roof, but I have a very close family member I just found out yesterday has cancer, and I know he'll be okay, and I'm sitting here maybe whining because I'm tired, right? Like, there's so many things, and I don't know if you guys saw my live video on that last week. What is going on with cancer everywhere right now? But it just makes you think, really, life is so strong and so amazing if we make it that way, right? I did an Insta story today about using the word busy. It is the most annoying word that I will ever hear. And the only reason I think it's annoying is because of personal development, and I was told that it was annoying. Because after I was told it was annoying, it kind of annoyed me, right? When you hear people talk about how busy they are. Oh, say you go to school. I want you guys to think about this. Your mindset is everything. You're going back to school. Your kids are going back to school, right? And you haven't seen somebody in a while. Watch this. Watch yourself do this, because I watched me. And people go, oh my gosh, how have you been? And my response used to always be, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. Y'all, that's like Ann Button thought. We're all busy, right? Think of a way that you can say it differently. You're making your minds, like, we're all busy. I don't care if we work 80 hours a week in corporate or we're a stay-at-home mom and we have 50 loads of laundry, right? We're all busy, but think about how you could change that, right? And not say that word. So watch yourself, because I will tell you, I do it all the time. I used to. Now I kind of bite my tongue and I'm like, I'm not saying that word. I'm not saying it, because it just comes across as just, people don't listen to you if you're going to say that. They're like, oh, me too, and then next. So I want you to make this list of 30 things of how Beachbody has changed your life from the day you started, right? And the reason I ask this too is I'll receive private messages of, I'm struggling, or, I don't know what to talk about. This is right here today. Everything I spoke about is how you talk about this journey and how you impact others by your story, right? So I'd love to hear maybe something that you're kind of excited to share. Maybe one of you guys that want to share something, maybe some questions that you have, go ahead and mute your lines. Like I said, I was going to make it a 30-minute call. We've got 10 minutes left. I really want you guys to be empowered by the fact that you don't have to have a transformation story to share your story. I'm constantly, every single day, planting a seed of those 30 things, one thing at a time, one little breadcrumb, okay? All right, you guys ready? Unmute away. You guys excited to make your list? Kind of gets you excited to think about. And then how pumped is it that you can sit there and refer to that each day and kind of be like, wow, I don't totally hate myself anymore, right? Whatever it might be, come on, right? And the way you feel. So I want each of you guys to do that. I want each of you guys to post that in the group. Make sure you watch the Team Cup call that we did last night. It's a 30-minute call. And it's literally how to rock this Team Cup, how to run a clean eating group, how to be successful. Every single one of you guys will hit Success Club this month. If you implement these tools write those 30 things down, reach out to those people. We've got Mandy that already wrote her list of 50 people, and she posted in the coach group of the 50 people that she will be inviting to the Clean Eating group. So I'm really excited about that. And then I know Cynthia had asked a question about what do we post in the groups. So with such a large group, probably the best thing to do, and of course we'll see how large it's going to be, right? I mean, I'm assuming there's going to be thousands of people, right? Hundreds. And so with that being said, it's a free group. If each of you guys posted twice a day, I think like when I normally run a Clean Eating group and it's just me, because I will usually run one with just myself when I run one, and then I'll also help you guys, I will post 4 times a day, okay? But they only give me for 5 days. If they're gonna have all of us and we each posted 4 times a day, oh my God, they would seriously, like, their heads would be spinning, right? So post once or twice a week, and this is the rule of thumb that I do, okay? So once each of you guys to be thinking about this, and if you look under files in the coach group, I have so many of these things already there for you. Steal my stuff, change the writing, whatever, it's yours, okay? 1 tool every day to help them on their journey, and 1 recipe. And that's what I do. So I'll tell you about tools. So tools could be, you know, like the water that we talk about. Do you know how many people, and I know I've got coaches on my team that even felt this when they first started, felt fatigue setting in when they first started this journey, and they were like kind of dizzy, and they just felt like the fatigue, and they didn't know why. 90% of the time it's because they're not drinking enough water, right? So give them a tool that's going to help them with the results, right? Maybe a small, simple meal prepping tool that you've shared. You guys already have all of this. You don't need to recreate it. You already have it from all the challenge groups, all the ones you've been in, some posts that you've done, right? We've got plenty of time for you guys to add writing to it if you don't already have it. Save it under files somewhere on your computer. Save it under Evernote. Save it somewhere so that you can just copy and paste when that Clean Eating group runs, so that your life stays really smooth. So 1 tool that they can use, you know, meal prepping, maybe something from Pinterest for the 21-day fix that kind of gives them a tool, and then a recipe, right? And those recipes can be super simple. And if each of us gave a tool and a recipe every single day, like maybe a crock pot meal that's amazing, and then maybe a tool that's going to help them stay organized, those tools could also be personal development. In the Clean Eating group, you guys, they need it just as much as we do, right? Even for those 5 days, we need their mindset to change as well, right? So you could share something like that as well. So, all right, you guys have any questions?
I do.
Yes.
I always have questions.
I love it.
So the Clean Eating group, we advertise it's for 5 days, right?
Yes. It's Monday through Friday starting on the 14th. Yes, but we put them in Friday, but I don't advertise that I put them on Friday. I tell them that in the private message.
Okay. And then, let's see here. You told me last night, like we should have them sign up under us. Like, I don't want to scare anyone away by making sure they have, like, giving them something to do. Will that scare them away, even though it just takes a minute?
It hasn't for me in the past. So honestly, you want them to be connected to you because you're going to be working your butt off. And so, like, I don't feel like it's okay to be able to give all this free information. And basically the way that I word this, Jennifer, so that it could take less pressure off of you, is say that if they could sign up for your free membership on your website, it allows you to be able to help them for free. So if they ever need anything in the past, that you are the coach that they will be able to be connected to. Do you have to have every person sign up for the free player membership? Here's the deal. It is recommended. It is recommended. Do I always do it? No. Do I think you should? Probably, yeah. But like, say you've got like 5 or 6 family members, or like you've got 50 friends that you're inviting, and you know that they're not working with another coach, then you add them in, and then that's the process you go through afterwards, right? When they're ready to buy the challenge pack. So use your judgment, you guys. Use your judgment. If you've got somebody that keeps reaching out to you, and you know that and you can see that you guys have 5 mutual friends, and some of them are Beachbody coaches, yes, they need to sign up with me, or I'm not helping them. It's as clear as that. So use your judgment on it. If it's like your mom, dad, sister, brother, cousins, neighbors and stuff, like, I wouldn't. But if it is people that like have all these mutual friends, and you notice you have like a couple Beachbody people, I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. They are going to sign up for my free membership because I am not helping them unless they're connected to me. And it allows them to be able to, this is how I word it, so that in the future, if they ever wanted anything, that I'm their coach. Like I will be able to help them for free. And they go, oh, okay. So they're not signing up for anything for a credit card or anything like that. Use your guys' judgment on that for sure.
Okay. And then on the National Wake Up Call, she suggested, like, if you don't have a transformation yet, to maybe tell somebody else's, but then connect it back to you.
Absolutely.
Now, I haven't changed much physically because I just really have toning up to do. Of course, I haven't financially. Emotionally, I have. So I can tell that. And then I asked a couple other coaches if I could use their story, and they said sure. So like by looking on my page, you should be able to know what I do. But I thought about, because I think, didn't you say last week we could go live and invite? So I thought about going live and inviting, like telling a little bit about what I'm doing, and tell some of those transformations, and then invite to this group. And the reason why I wanted to use some of theirs is because I have an aunt and a brother that really need help. And I'm hoping that maybe this might be a little bit more of a push, that there's other stories out there.
Absolutely. Use it. And the cool thing, like when I didn't have a transformation really in the beginning as well. And I don't have like a huge weight loss transformation. So what I'll do is I'll share that these are people in our groups that are showing up every single day. These are people that I'm helping because, and even if it's not mine, like there was it Shannon had, I think it was April, had an amazing transformation in like 1 week. And I was like, I want to use that. So I like kind of talked to Shannon in April and I shared it, and shared that 1 week transformation. So it doesn't have to be your people, it can be any of ours, and share that. Absolutely. That's what you do. So now where I'm at, 90% of the time it's the people I help, but you guys in the beginning, I didn't have that. And in fact, most of the people wouldn't share their transformations with me. So now that is why I require my people. I have so many Beachbody coaches reach out to me and ask how I'm getting my people to share their transformations, you guys. And it's because of that live video you guys see me do in the challenge groups, where I let them know on that live video I require it. I don't tell them before they join, otherwise they're not going to join me, right? They're going to be like, I'm out. You want me to do a selfie? Gone. Not joining Rhonda, right? But I get them to private message it, and it holds them accountable. And then when they're 30 days in, I'll ask them to send another picture. I'll be like, let's check this out, right? Let me see how I can help you further, right? So you're not going to have it in the beginning. So use the people we have fun with it, share that, and be like, this is what's happening in my groups. Okay? Share that this is what's happening in my life-changing groups. I don't use the word challenge groups anymore, guys. I don't. Some people do. I don't, because you know what? It's not a challenge group. I'm not challenging them. I'm changing their life. So I like, and you can call them anything you want. I like to call them life-changing groups because I'm going to change their life. So that's kind of what I chose. I know there's so many different names you can call it, but here's the deal. There's almost 500,000 Beachbody coaches, and so many of them call them challenge groups. And if somebody told me to join a challenge group, I'd be like, ooh, what do I got to do? What's required? Like I'd be like nervous, like what challenge do I got to do? Like, what does that mean? So come with a creative name. You can use the same name I have. It doesn't matter. But what really happens in those groups is what I like to call them. So yeah.
Now, what's the video that you posted of Charlene, where she was saying you don't want to be salesy and like show you with the shake, okay?
Yes. Video.
So like we do that in the My Challenge app, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. And there you can do anything you want. Absolutely.
But like in your post, like, is it okay to have your container of shake?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I'll have my shake in my hand sometimes, or it'll be on the counter, or my kids will be like drinking it, but I'm not a huge label person. Like even when I buy clothes, I don't want it to say Chanel. Like I'm sorry. It comes across, for me. And so I kind of get it. It's like this marketing thing. So like it will be there nonchalantly. Like I might do a selfie and I'll have the shake in my hand, or my kids might be like next to me holding it type thing. But I'm not going to be like, my Shakeology is amazing, because you don't walk around like that, right? So like basically you can have it in it. Just don't, nobody talks like that. So how would you normally talk? Like normally you would say my shake, right? Nobody's going to be like, my Shakeology is fantastic.
So don't have like the Shakeology shaker cup like facing.
You can. You don't have to. I mean, you can. I don't. I purposely don't. I want them to ask a question. I feel like if it says Shakeology on it, I feel like they're not going to ask me a question.
Right.
I want wholeheartedly to implement everything Chalene said in that video. If any of you guys want to see that video, you can scroll through our page. It's a video from Summit. I believe it's probably on YouTube as well. You could probably YouTube Chalene Johnson Summit 2017, and that video will show up. You can also look on our page as well. But if I put all of it out there, okay, they're not going to ask me a question. So I'm so excited to share my results from Body Beast last time I did it. I have not done the 90-day program in years, like years. I don't even know why, but I love the program, and I've done the 30-day one. So I'm going to share a picture of my transformation from it, or show my results. And I'm not going to say, I can't wait to start Body Beast on Sunday. I'm supposed to start Monday, but I don't think I can handle it. So I'm going to share the picture, and I'm going to say, I cannot wait to start my 90-day program. This was my results last time. That's what I'm going to say, right? Because if I say, and I use all these logos and stuff, people aren't going to have an opportunity to ask me. So if it were me, Jennifer, I don't, like, maybe you might see half of it. Like, I actually don't even overthink it anymore. Like, I have it here. It might, like, you might see part of it maybe, but it's not like this, right? Like, I don't go like over the top with it anymore. It might just be my that I'll kind of, so I don't really overthink it, but I definitely make sure it's not like, you know, marketing like that. That's just what I would think Chalene would want us to do, is let them ask the question. Yeah. You guys have any more questions? Bring them on. We've got a couple more minutes. You guys ready?
Me.
Go, Cynthia, go!
Excuse me, frog in my throat. Here's what I struggled with after yesterday's call about listing 50 people that I want to invite. I don't even, like, I can't even come up with 50 people out of the people on my friends and family list that I can invite.
You know 50 people.
Okay, I know. Let me expand on that a little bit. I was talking to my husband the other day about my friend list on Facebook.
Yeah.
And noticing how, you know, with everything that I've gone through very recently in my life, all this big turmoil change for the better,
Yes.
I am really kind of new set of eyeballs right now, and realizing that the people on my friends list on Facebook, a great big giant percentage of those people are leftovers from a part of my life that was not healthy, not happy, unsavory, unwise, and they're just kind of remnants hanging out there.
Yeah.
And I said, I need to just really weed this list out, because a lot of these people, if I were to start trying to engage with them again, these are the kind of people who connect with me on a not good level.
Yeah.
So if I weeded that out, that's, oh my gosh, that's 60% of my friend list.
Here's my thought on it. I'm gonna be really careful about how I word this.
Okay.
And it's for my personal privacy, not yours. So let me say this first before I go there. I gotta be careful how I word this. So think about how you feel, and how your life has changed, and how you could change those other negative Nancys in their life, you know, whatever you want to call them, right? And how you could impact and actually change other people's lives, because they don't know that they're in that place. So I immediately think of how I could help other people, and how I could actually make an impact on these people that I know just have rotten stuff in their lives. Like for me, those demons of who I was before this, I want to help those Rhondas. There is a person that I help on my Beachbody stuff that I got a death threat in high school from. I literally am writing death threats in high school. And I love her to death. She's amazing. And so, but if I wouldn't have given her the opportunity to join one of my groups and be a part of that, maybe I wouldn't be able to impact her life. And she hasn't been able to impact other lives. So I have to be careful how I word that, but it's true. Like I sit here and I go, I'm so glad that I was open to the opportunity to help like people that are kind of like me, moms, work full time, you know, struggling with confidence and security. And if I wouldn't have shared that part of me, I wouldn't be able to have that connection. And some people say I'm crazy, but you guys, like, I carry no remorse, and I keep it super business and super professional, and I've changed her life, and her transformation is freaking ridiculous. And she's gooing with confidence, something she would have never got if she didn't join. And so that, for me, is like the biggest gift in the world. If you would have told me 5 years ago that she would be a part of this, I wouldn't believe you. But God, I'm glad, because she's been able to help other people too. So,
well, there, I'm glad I asked that question then, because I have looked at it.
Like, if you would have asked Rhonda 5 years ago, I'd be like, oh, dude, screw it, totally. But I see such a difference now. Like, nobody's off my list. Nobody. Okay. Because I want to be able to give that the freedom that I feel in my soul that I craved years ago and I didn't know how to get it. I know, we all know every woman alive needs it. Every single woman alive is walking around just not feeling good about themselves, right? And so nobody is off limits. Nobody. So, I mean, obviously, you know what I mean. So, yeah. So I hope that helps.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
I think it's still, part of it is still the fear factor that I'm still working on getting out of my life, and the feelings of no self-worth and nobody likes you and you'll never succeed at anything and you're just gross and just blah, blah, blah. And I think that that's where that worry was sitting, is I can't engage with those people. That's going to make me go back to feeling that way. But
I'm not that person anymore. Yeah. And you've got the personal development, the people.
Awesome.
You're going to run with that, and absolutely, and show them, lead them, be that leader, and show them what they can have that they don't know they're missing, right? So, all right, you guys. So super short, like 40 minutes long. I'll post the recording later today, but I want you guys to do the homework that I kind of talked about, and hopefully breaking down the National Wake Up Call for you guys, like really into those segments, kind of gives you this visual of what you would share as a brand new coach. Maybe if you're, you know, stuck or whatever it might be, that you're like, I have so much to share, so many seeds that I can share. So I want somebody to be the first person that shares their 30 things in the group and say, okay, this is my 30 things of how Beachbody has impacted my life from day one. Post your picture, writing, whatever it might be, and then all of us just post underneath it and make sure and save it. And every day, that's what you look at. Okay. All right, you guys, I love you. Let's have an awesome day. Let's go make a huge difference. Bye, you guys. See ya. Oops, I forgot to get a picture of you guys. Dang it.